Shilpa was confused and did not know what to do. Her daughter was in the same dilemma she had been in 25 years ago. The only difference was that Shilpa herself had been in that predicament, while today her daughter was the target of that predicament. Although Shilpa belonged to a large family, she had no one to guide her properly. Her husband Manoj was a workaholic who thought that he was his own boss and his job was his own. He was always busy with his factory work and he would bring his salary once a month and hand it over to his wife. He did not take on any household responsibilities. It was a crime to ask him for advice or help. In all these years of marriage, he had never once asked her what was going on in the family or what kind of responsibility he had to shoulder as a husband. Her mind was always waiting to hear two loving words from him. She used to take care of the rations needed for the house, the clothes she needed, and all the outside work herself. But whenever he wanted to do such a job at home, he would simply say, "Take whatever money you want, just don't tell me anything." And he would dismiss it with one word. Shilpa, the daughter in law of a joint family, always had to face one or the other tests. Manoj was always the one to prove that he was the most idealistic of all the siblings. Shilpa was the one who had to be trapped like an ox in a cart and made to suffer for such things. She was doubly exhausted from carrying the burden of 25 years of family life. In this dilemma, while her past life was dragging her in one direction for Shilpa, the future of her daughter Shobha was another. She remembered her past days again. She had just completed her PUC and enrolled in the first year of her degree. She had fallen in love with Abhishek, the son of Revant, who was a lecturer in the same college. Since both their houses were close, there was a friendly relationship between the two families. Thus, the love between Shilpa and Abhishek naturally started growing. Both of them were keen on hanging out outside the college campus as well. Shilpa, who was a mine of beauty, was attracting Abhishek like a needle. The handsome Abhishek was yearning to have her. Both of them used to hang out together on some pretext. Abhishek, who was also keen on studies, would help Shilpa with her homework. Both of them would exchange gifts on the pretext of birthdays and festivals. Although she was crazy about Abhishek's love, she never neglected her studies and duties. Thus, weeks and months passed and she entered the final year of her graduation. She was always thinking about Abhishek. Neither of the families had any clue or sensitivity about this affair. They both studied in the same college, so they thought that Abhishek was helping her a lot with her studies. But a strange incident once made them come out of this illusion. Once, when Shilpa had gone to college, her father came to her room to ask for paper and pen. When he went to get the pen, the book she had kept on the shelf slipped and a pink piece of paper fell down. When he hurriedly picked it up and looked at it, it was a love letter that Abhishek had written to Shilpa. He had written the entire letter in detail, telling her how much he loved her. Overall, their love affair became clear to her father. He got suspicious and searched her books, the table, and found Shilpa's other love letters, the gifts she had received, etc. It became clear to him that, oh, this affair has been going on between them for a long time. From there, he came to his room and became furious. She was not as innocent as she thought. She was going to college and she was doing all this. Let her come this evening. She should break her fast. Enough of bringing dirt to college. Let her stay at home, he said angrily. Shilpa's mother, who had come to give her husband breakfast, who had gone to the office, was shocked to see her husband pacing the room angrily. He had some kind of letter in his hand. There were some gifts on the table. What? Get the breakfast, she said, and he burst out laughing. The breakfast ruined the house. Look at your daughter's troubles, like love, like immortal love burning forest. What are you saying? When she asked in a trembling voice, her husband threw the letter at her. When she picked it up and read it, she understood the meaning. She didn't want to talk to her husband, who was always angry at her, and said, "You should have breakfast and go to the office. We will ask her in the evening," using all her wits to make him eat breakfast and leave. By the time his daughter got home in the evening, Shiva had arrived. Before his wife could say anything else to her daughter, he said, "Drink coffee and come to my room," and ordered his wife to bring coffee to his room and left. When his daughter saw his face, his mother couldn't answer. After finishing her coffee, Shilpa went to her father's room in fear. He locked the door and immediately got angry. "What is this, Shilpa?" She fell to the ground when he held Abhishek's letter in front of her. What happened, Appaji?" she said, trembling as she found the folded letter. As she was about to open it, he growled again. "What is it? How long has this business been going on?" "Appaji," her voice trailed off right there. She understood what was going on, and as soon as her story was over, she started looking at the ground, wondering if the earth should open its mouth right now. "Aren't you ashamed? The elders of the house are so in love. Chi chi." "What happened?" Meanwhile, Amma had come in. She couldn't answer and burst into tears. Her body was shaking. "You don't know what a great job your daughter has done. Take her away. No college or any other trouble from tomorrow. Let her stay at home in a shack." As their quarrel continued, the mother took her daughter and walked towards the kitchen. Her younger sister had stood in a corner looking sad. They waited for him to go to the club after 6 hours, and the mother hugged her daughter and cried. "What have you done, Shilpa? What you have done is really a big mistake. You should not have done such a thing. You are the eldest daughter of the house. You are very wise and intelligent. Have you thought about the impact your mistake could have on the future of your siblings tomorrow? Do you know what kind of stain our family will be in? What kind of things they can do to us?" "No, mother, our love is truly pure. It is not just attraction." "No, Shilpa, no. This love is not for people like us. Shilpa, you should forget him. Forget that everything that happened was a dream. I will tell your father and entrust him. Let me take the responsibility for the future." "Mom, we both love each other very much. We cannot just leave each other." Somehow Shilpa gathered courage and told her mother. "No, no, I didn't say that. We, the daughters of the clan, shouldn't have to deal with this. He is not right for you, Shilpa." "Why, mother? Why not? I have been observing Abhishek closely for 2 years. He is intelligent, virtuous. He cares a lot about me." "Shut up. Even after saying all this, are you still singing the same tune? They are from a different caste, we are from a different caste. Their food, customs, and business are all very different from ours." The mother informed her daughter in various ways. "But Amma, Abhishek is ready to change in every way for me. His parents are also very good," Shilpa argued with her mother. "Have you ever thought about what will happen to your younger siblings if you run away from home like this? If you persist, your father will throw you out of the house today. Then you will never be able to come to this house again. Who will come forward to hold your sister's hand tomorrow? Do you want the bad name of a runaway?" Without paying any attention to his daughter's words, Shiva quickly identified a boy from Bengaluru. He did not even go to inquire about the boys from Mysore. She got married to a boy from a well-off family who had their own factory in Bangalore. She was in immense pain when she left her beloved Mysore and Abhishek. Abhishek was saddened by her helplessness, unable to oppose her parents and leave home. He sighed in despair. But no matter how many days she had come to Bangalore, Shilpa could not forget her days in Mysore. She was getting lost in the thought of Abhishek every hour. It took Shilpa a year to adjust to the new family here after moving into Manoj's house, which was full of sisters, daughters, children, and elders. Later, after the birth of her daughter Shobha and son Siddharth, she forgot her past. She, her family, husband, house, children, this became her world. Thus, while watching a movie, Abhishek's words would beat in the corner of her heart. The regret that she could not hold the hand of the one she loved remained in her mind forever. Thus, Shilpa was lost between her past and present. Comparing her past to the current situation, her mind became heavy. She sat up, remembering everything that had happened. Even after drinking water and going to bed, she could not sleep. It was 3 a.m. Manoj, who was sleeping next to her, was in a deep sleep. The children were sleeping in a different room. Shilpa had recently come to know about her daughter Shobha and her lover Pradeep. Shobha's friend Pradeep used to go with her to computer courses and badminton. Shilpa had not paid much attention to this. Pradeep was a decent boy from a middle class family. His father was a manager in a private bank. In terms of property and advantages, he was definitely not higher than Shilpa's family. It was clear from his words and behavior that Pradeep's family was cultured. Today's youth were not interested in economic disadvantages, poverty, and wealth, etc. Thus, Shobha's love for Pradeep had naturally grown. Pradeep, who had completed his graduation with Shobha, had also joined a private bank, but Shobha had continued her studies to become a CA. That day, Shobha had gone to take a bath. Her mobile was ringing. When Shilpa went and picked up the mobile, the name Golden Heart Pradeep was saved in it. Out of curiosity, Shilpa received the phone call. Hey darling, where have you been? You have been trying to pick up since then. You never pick up. Shilpa didn't understand what he was saying for a moment. She was just listening. Pradeep kept talking. What happened, darling? You are not saying anything. Are you still angry with this poor man? Oh, you must be angry after seeing the video message I sent you last night. Oh, come on. Do you know how common such non-veg messages are now? Why are you still clinging to your old ways? Ho ho. Hey Pradeep, I'm Shobha's mother talking. She went to the bathroom to take a bath. What else is she going to do? Oh, sorry, auntie, very sorry. I thought it was Shobha and I called her a fool. Please don't get me wrong. Tell her to call me when she is free. Okay, I'll tell you, Shilpa said and disconnected the call. But Pradeep's call had caused a lot of tension in her mind. She wondered how far their friendship had progressed. When she opened Shobha's WhatsApp, she saw that there were very affectionate messages exchanged between the two. Shobha still had the year old messages that Pradeep had sent her, which showed how deep their love was. She remembered the day she had experienced 25 years ago. Her father was furious after seeing Abhishek's love letter. The current incident was a repeat of that. The relationship between Abhishek and her was that of Shobha Pradeep. It seemed that the feelings of those immersed in love never changed. No matter how much time changed, love remained the same. Earlier, the message of love was on paper. Now it was flowing on the mobile screen. Only the feeling was the same. Earlier, it took so much effort to send a love letter. Now it was done with the touch of a finger. As Shilpa had recently noticed, Shobha's gestures, movements, food, and decorum had all changed. She now realized that this change in her was due to the new friendship between Shobha and Pradeep. Shilpa decided that no matter what, she should arrange this marriage so that her daughter's happiness would not be hindered. That evening, Shilpa asked her daughter, Shobha, is Pradeep your close friend? How long has this friendship been going on? That's it, just a normal friendship. Is it friendship or love? Oh, that's not it. Don't lie to me. I am your mother. I have seen all the messages on your mobile. How deep is this love? Which message did you read? What's the story? What did you know about it? Look, I am your mother, also your close friend. I am not just a mother, I am also your friend, philosopher, and guide. Okay, after you see the message, what else do you have to say? I love Pradeep very much. We have both decided to get married. But the financial situation of their house? Can you adjust to their house? Probably Pradeep's salary cannot be more than 30,000. I know that their house is leased, not their own. Everything has to happen in this. Oh, you have taken care of all the details. Amma, don't be tensed about this. We will both adjust somehow. I will also join the job and weigh everything. Will you also join the job? Do you have any idea about middle class life? How will you manage in the future? Yes, what you say is right. I did not know all this till now. I will practice everything one by one from now on. Pradeep has told me so much. How can we help them in any way? If they want to run their own business, let's tell Appa and make arrangements. Of course not, Amma. Pradeep is not a boy who speaks for money. He is not a small man who wants dowry, favors, and benefits from his father in law's house. I have known him for a year. But how can you adjust to his joint family where his mother and father live with their younger brother? This is a very serious matter, you understand, right? Yes, Amma, Pradeep and I have discussed all these matters hundreds of times. I came to this decision only after I had the courage to weigh everything. The daughter concluded. Now, this business of her daughter was too hot for Shilpa to swallow. Will she knowingly push her daughter to become a middle class woman? The first obstacle will come from her husband Manoj. He will definitely not take the risk and agree to this marriage. Besides, his siblings would never agree to a relationship with someone of another caste. Despite all the obstacles, Shilpa had insisted that this marriage should go ahead. She gathered complete information about Pradeep's family on her own terms. As if she had come from the Women's Association, she went to their house and checked it out. Everything seemed to be fine. She knew that Pradeep's family was a decent, humane, and cultured people. The only drawback was they did not have a big bungalow, a car, or a business car. So after dinner, she sat down with her husband and said, our Shobha is now ready to get married. Have you noticed her properly? Most of her friends have already got married. Why the rush? She has just started CA. Let her practice for 1 2 years. She is already 24. Isn't that enough for marriage? That's right, but she doesn't need to look for a groom from tonight. Tomorrow she will register her name on some marriage website. Now internet marriages are all the rage. You don't need to go through such trouble. She has found a boy. Who is the boy? Pradeep is Shobha's senior in college. Both of them like each other very much. Both of them have a good understanding. Shilpa explained everything to her husband. What? Should that who works in a private bank with no business be my son in law? His family who doesn't even have their own house. Are you so stubborn that you want to arrange a marriage like this? Manoj got angry at his wife. Everything is correct. I came to this decision after thinking about the good of both of us. She is an educated woman, Major. If you marry him tomorrow and get him registered, won't our family's honor be ruined? The argument that started that day continued for almost a day. It took a week to convince the husband. The same was true for the other members of the family, but it was not so easy to convince the mother in law and all the other members of the family. They had to accept the fact that their daughter would run away from home. If the children who had come of age did something more or less, tomorrow would we be the ones to see to it? With such a reluctant mind, the wedding preparations began. And so Shobha Pradeep's marriage was confirmed. On the wedding day, when the Mangalya Dharana was over and her daughter came to the Saptapadi with her husband, Shilpa was overjoyed. That day, Abhishek had crossed her mind 1,000 times, and so she had fulfilled her dream through her daughter. When she wiped her eyes, thinking that she had to wait 25 years for this, her daughter came and fell at her feet. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.